record this. So good afternoon. I have a new time slot. It will be 2. I'm going to be helping a friend at 3:30 every Monday. So I cannot be on at 3. So it's going to be 2 p.m. on Mondays, live here on my Facebook page. And it's Renee's Paper Crafts, as you know. And as you know, I'm always doing Stampin' Up! Because I am an independent demonstrator and I use these materials to have fun and to share with you the enjoyment of crafting. I don't know what I would have done for the past 2.5 years if I didn't have this. And my husband is also very, very happy because I don't nag him. All right. Well, let's see what we have here. We have the Yeti, and it's going to be the Yeti to Party stamp set. And I'm highlighting that, as you saw on my Facebook page. And a die set is going to come out with this. So let me show you 4 cards. And I'm going to show you this one first, because a couple of weeks ago, I showed you how to do this designer paper card. And it's a great card. Here you can see it that way, like that is the back. This is the front. All right, the inside, I mean, and this is the front. I used tags for this, Yeti, and some embellishments, which I'm going to show you all of this. And this is part of the Yeti, which of course I fussy cut out by hand. But the good news is that they are going to get a die set. So you could buy the bundle, the whole bundle, the stamp set and dies for 10% off starting in September if you wanted to do that. So this was the first. I showed you how to build this card a few weeks ago. And so this is the one I wanted to show you. I do want to say that thanks to Bethany Barnard, who gave me this stamp set as a gift. We had a team competition and I was part of the group that won. And so it was wonderful. And thank you, Bethany Barnard, because you've made me find out how much I love this little Yeti to Party. And so these were one of the cards that she had us make. All right. And so with my stamp set, and she did cut out these dies and gave me the paper and cardstock. But I did all the stamping for these because I couldn't attend the day of. And so this is one of the cards that stands like this. And so when you actually put it in an envelope, you can put it in this way. You don't have to completely fold it up and put it in that way. It does go in this way. So I did another one. I like the tall version of this, and I will be showing you how to build one of these. It's very simple, very fun. And this one, when you go ahead and put it in the envelope, all you do is fold it like this. And of course, the back side is where you write your information. And so we stamped and then cut this out. And I used some stars for embellishments. And she had cut out this deer for us. Die cut out the deer. So that was a second one. Or actually, that's the third one. So those two are like, I'm going to show you this version, and I will explain this version in the near future. Then she helped us learn how to make this card, which is one of my favorites. This is a great, great card, just so you can see all the parts. And here's the back. All right. And I'm going to show you how to make this card. I will be building this one. I think it's a little complicated. I don't think it's going to be for my 1 hour, 1 card class, because I think it's a little too complicated, but I will demonstrate here on the Facebook page and put it to YouTube so that you can go ahead. And this is thanks to Bethany Barnard. This is definitely from her, and really wonderful and fun card that I truly enjoy, this little slider card. And basically you just put it back in and put it in the envelope. All of these obviously fit standard envelopes. So that's fun. So today I am going to show you how to make, I saw a video on iced images, and I did a stamping night with Candy Ford, who I do once a month. I try to make sure I make it. And she taught us this TP card, and I've made 2 of them, and definitely we're going to be making these. But I also saw a card from iced images that uses a similar concept. So I combined the 2, and I'm going to be showing you how to make those. Okay. So well, I just want to go ahead and mention, and I will show you some things, but I will mention this card. This card is the card for our 1-hour class. This is not the coloring that we're using. This is our Halloween one, but we are making this card this week for our 1-hour class. And I am teaching them again how to make this. You will hear again who taught me how to make this, but of course, Bethany Barnard. So she is a wonderful team leader, and she should get much credit for all that she does for the team, and helps us out in our endeavors. So let me talk about the various items here that we're going to be working with. I'm going to try and be quicker these days. All right, and so we are going to make what I call a double TP card or double tent card. And it uses some similar dimensions. I will, oh, by the way, yeah, next week actually is when I'm going to actually present this one. Actually, I'll show you how to make this one next week. That's correct. Okay, anyway. So, things change sometimes. So this is a double, what I would call a double TP card. You need a card base, and you need some designer paper. All right. And if you want to frame your designer paper, so sometimes you do more than one layer, you do multiple layers. And if you do multiple layers, you usually put a white and then the DSP on here. And so you can do that if you like to do framing. Remember, it's always 1/4 or 1/8 of an inch less, okay? You will need 2 cardstock base pieces. One will be 4 1/4 by 8 1/2. So this is 4 1/4 by 8 1/2. All right, and the other one will be a 3 by 11. Okay, the good news is that with this measurement, you can actually get 2 cards, okay? And you get a 3 by 8 1/2, I believe, left over, which will then allow you to use to make labels and punch outs and all kinds of things. So it's really a good used piece of cardstock. All right. The third piece, the 3 by 11, then leaves you with a piece that is actually 5 1/2 by 11, which will allow you to make this card. All right, so that's kind of cool with some extra. I believe there's a little extra piece left over for labels and embellishments to cut out and stuff like that. So the card stock is well used. People who figure these things out are geniuses because they don't waste. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and remove this spotlight because I'm sure you've seen enough of my face. All right, and so that was 2 cardstock bases. Those are the measurements. This one is going to be scored. This one is scored at 4 1/4, so the 8 1/2 is turned to 4 1/4. The 3 by 11, we're going to score that at 5 1/2. The DSP pieces is 1 is 4 by 4. So as you see, if it's so this ends up when it's scored a 4¼ by 4¼ so if I take a 1/4 inch off, of course it's going to be a 4 by 4. So if I did a frame, the frame would be a 4 by 4, and then your DSP would be 3¾ by 3¾ so you just take a 1/4 off every time you put on a new layer. You can do this by 1/8 as well. Same concept. So that would be, if it was 4¼ that would be 4 1/8 by 4 1/8, and then the 4 by 4. So again, it just does that. Okay, so this piece for the DSP, since this is 3 by 5 and 1/4 is what it's 2 3/4 by 5½. I should put that down. That's 5½ is what you want that to be, not 5 1/4. That's 5½. All right, 2 3/4 by 5½ is, oh, 1/4 is a DSP. Sorry. That's my mistake. It is 4 1/4. Okay, so that's the DSP pieces. So let me explain. Here's the one DSP piece. I kind of got lost in my reverie. Okay, that's your DSP piece. I did an embossed piece. I had fun, and I'll show you that material as well. But I embossed and then used the white ink and sponged on the white ink. So I thought that was kind of fun. All right. I don't know if you can, so there you go. That white ink makes it glimmery and stuff. So it's kind of fun. All right. And I just sponged on the white ink with the sponge. All right. Then the DSP for this, I am going to use what is in that mini catalog, which is the Snowflake Specialty Vellum is what I'm going to use for that 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. All right. So those are those two pieces that are going to go onto these two pieces, the main card stocks. All right, so what I did do, let's go ahead and look at some of this. So to emboss this, I used the Charming Landscapes embossing folders where you get two. The cool thing about these two, okay, they are smaller, meaning they will go through the mini, but really they will be perfect for a full page. So I really like these embossing folders, very, very handy. So we have those two embossing folders. The stamp set is the Yeti to Party. I did just purchase the dies. I was not able to get them both together for 10% off, but you will if you want to get this after September 1st or 2nd, I believe it is. And this is a great stamp set. It is photopolymer. The gems that I use with this set that you will be seeing, which I absolutely love. There's our Yeti, he's so fun. Are these gems called the adhesive backed sequence gems, which are just wonderful. And here that is for that set. The other thing that I am using what I could have used was a silver and gold specialty paper from the Celebrations catalog. Okay, I could have used that as well. I am going to use a little gift package made, and I've got one here as well. And I've got a Yeti with it. It is called the Real Red and White Glimmer paper that's in the mini. This is fabulous. You can stamp on it. You can stamp on it with StazOn, or you can stamp on it with Bermuda Bay. Either way, the ink sticks to it and works really well. So there's that glimmer paper. I don't know, my lighting is kind of, oh, I know what it is. I know how to take care of this. I will be 1 second. I am sorry, but I know what I need to do to, excuse me. I'm going to be right here. I know what to do and I understand what's going on, and I'm not going to have that anymore. There you go. There you go. And so this should come out better. Can you see that? Maybe because it's in the plastic. Oh, I'll just show you the paper, but it really works well. And I'm really pleased with it. It's really worth the purchase. in that mini catalog. There it is. There's that glimmer paper. See, isn't that great? And you just stamp right on it and it works. And then I cut it out. So it's perfect. And soon I'll be able to die cut it out. So that's even better. I don't know if you can still see him. I think I would have to take him off. So if you are on with me, I probably won't see you because I'm usually too busy working. There he is. See, isn't that cute? That cute. And even the gift, I did stamp and cut him out, and you can see the black lines. You can see the, I don't know if you can, but you can see the package in the black lines. And you can use the memento. You would want to probably use the memento. I did use the StazOn, and I use their cleaner, but really fast because the cleaner will degrade the photopolymers. It's not a good idea to do it that way. So I did use that paper, and I could use this paper instead of what I will probably use, which is that Snowflake Specialty Vellum. There are 6 sheets in here. They are gorgeous. They are gorgeous. So next, what else do I have here? Oh yes, I did use 2 punches. This punch is in the annual catalog, and this punch is called the punch is the Evergreen Builder Punch. All right, that's what this is. That's this punch, and you start lining it up. And once you line it up, you can go ahead looking back and line it up. You look underneath and line that up. And then once you did your first cut, what happens is you just simply line it back up with these, and then you know where you are next, which is really kind of cool. So you just line it back up again, and then you'll be ready to stamp your next set of stamps. And then you just keep on doing that. You just keep on lining them up, and then you're ready to stamp. All right, so it's really kind of cute. All right, so that's that Builder Punch, which is in the annual catalog, which I do love. And then I do have the, this is your Banner Pick-a-Punch. And I do like the Banner Pick-a-Punch because you can have various sizes and it makes it easier and quicker. You can do these obviously by hand. This is the easy part to do by hand, the end part here, but I don't think this is as easy to do correctly. So it's kind of fun to have that. All right, and so here I have another package and another deer, and we'll see if we use them today. All right, so I think I went through everything, and you saw everything that I was going to use today. So let's go ahead and let's start building. And the first thing is, again, I could have used this. All right, and it will be just as great. So if you have that, use that. If you want that for free, then it's with a $50 purchase, as you know. And this has this sticky back. What is this called? These are, I don't know if I have this down. I don't think I do. Adhesive sheets. Yes, these are called the adhesive sheets. I just got some. I've not been using them. I decided I will try. They're very good for the words. They're really, actually really good for the words. And they're nice for vellum. Why? Because vellum is kind of hard to not see the sticky on. So if you use this, then you for sure won't see any of the stickies. Now, to do this, of course, it's going to take some effort on my part. And I'm going to only have one chance. And that's my chance, and I took it. And there you go. That is the first part of this. The next part I will do is the face on the 4 by 4.25, 4.25 by 4.25 card. Your card does end up to be standard size. All right. It's just that the whole card isn't standard size. And again, when you cut your cardstock, this will allow you perfectly to have two full cards and still a 3x8.5 piece left, which is really fantastic for many other things. Okay, so that looks very good. So you can see that now better, probably a little better. So there's that. So fun. And so what you do with this now, okay, is this now, this is just that 4x4, all right, which would have been the DSP. And so I didn't do a framing. And all I'm going to do now is I'm going to line these up. And now all I want is to line this up. This is going to be with it. It's going to be a double layer. It's going to be a TP, a double TP. It's going to be kind of cute. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to glue the bottom of this like that. Just a bead of glue. Going to stand it up. Put it in the center, hopefully, just like that. Stand it up, center it like that. Center, center, stand it up. Pat, 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 pat. Excellent. There's that piece. Then I'm going to go right here on the back. I'm just going to put a bead of glue here, just one little bead stream of glue. That should be already set. That should be already straight. Everything is straight. Looky there. I already have my base done. This card is very easy. I use the sentiment Winter Wishes, and I put a little snowflake, which is part of that kit. Then what I'm going to do is I made myself a banner, and what I decided is I would glue this part down, and I wanted this a little bit raised in the middle. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to go ahead and take these little dimensionals and put a little dimensional on each one of these little guys. And that is because I wanted that effect. Now this little TP card is, as usual, going to be on YouTube or right here. And as you know, my YouTube is, if you want to see past, I think it's easier to see past weeks on YouTube. If you want to see one of the cards that I've already made, you can go to the YouTube Renate 653, and then go to that name, and then you'll see a whole bunch of them. All right, and all I want to do then is I'm going to take this off. Of course, I could use my pick tool, which would probably make it easier, but that's okay. You've seen how I use my pick tool. A lot of the times I use the spatula to take off my glued parts that I made a mistake with, or loosen up an end to stick something in. You've seen some of those videos. I do use the pick tool. I do find it handy. But this is not one of the things I use it for. And then, as I said before, I wanted to just glue this down. I wanted to just glue that down, as you see here. And then I'm just going to put that a little bit higher. And then I'll go just like that. And then these go right there. Let me see here. Yeah, like that. Like that. Like that. Isn't that the cutest? Not the cutest. I think that has to go a little bit higher. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Very good. Very, very good. Okay. Now simply comes my Yeti. And my Yeti is going to be like right here, kind of ready to have some fun. I think I want to put him right there. I'm going to put him as well on dimensionals. So he is really easy to cut out if you don't have if you don't have a cut and emboss machine. Yeah, I think that's what it's called, cut and emboss machine. If you don't have the mini or the other one, or the large one, the standard size one, you can always fussy cut him out. It is harder to fussy cut out his the bird and some of the other smaller items, and of course the snowflakes, which you will be able to do. You'll be able to cut out everything. You can use the mini from many of our die sets, many. So if you wanted to get the mini, which is basically half price, and I have showed that one also how to use that one, and that one's good. You can get that. This is so cute. I love my little Yeti. Thank you, Bethany Barnard. I love my little Yeti. He is so cute. Just walking through the trees. Now, you remember those TV commercials where you have the guy that's holding the little banner and going up and down with the banner? Well, I decided that's what I would do here. I don't think I will do anything but that. So there's the little banner, Winter Wishes. I haven't decided. I want to see his one hand for sure, and you still see the other, so that was kind of important to me, that you see those hands. There you go. Maybe a little bit further in like that. There you go. And there would be that right there. All right. And so that, and then a piece of white cardstock then, and then you would open it like this, and you would put your 4x4 piece of white cardstock. Now, I did not put that down right here. Of course, you would put your 4x4 piece of white cardstock there with the TP. This is how it opens, so that you're aware of that. All right, it cannot lie flat, so you would go ahead and write your sentiment here, and or fill it out before you put your 4x4, but you can definitely write on it, but it's not as easy to stamp on it, so be aware of that. Okay, and so, but there is your little TP card, and it is a version of this card right here. All right, which is a little different. And you can see the 4x4 that went on the inside, and that's what I would do right here. Okay, this card, depending, I could get away with not putting there and just putting my sentiment. Of course, I can stamp anything on the bottom if I would like. If I want a bit of color, I can add my little cute box, my little cute gift box, and that could be fun, but I don't think it's necessary on this card. I definitely could add my deer here, and here like this. I could add my deer right here as walking through, but I do not think so. I could add a little bird up here, or maybe some little embellishment snowflakes. And I think I do have some embellishment snowflakes. I think I have some, which could work. There are some snowflakes in the mini catalog. They definitely have some snowflakes there in that mini. And so I think I have some. I'm looking for my little snowflakes. I think I have some. I just have to find out where they are. Definitely have stars, as you saw. Let's see if I can find those snowflakes. I might not be able to. I usually, first time in a very long time that I've needed those. I'm not sure. Ah, there they are. There are my little snowflakes. Here they are. Now they're very similar snowflakes to these in the mini catalog. And this is where you use your scissors or you can use your scissors or your pick a tool. Maybe you have some tweezers that you like. You can put about 3 there, or you can put even more if you like. You can put up to 5 if you like, if you want to have some more, something like that. I like to put odd numbers, famous odd numbers, and like that. And you can do something like that with your stars if you want. And that's really cute. Might go like that and like that. And then like, yeah, that looks all right. Something like that. I could probably put one more there and there if I really want to go gung-ho, and put one there and one there. And there you go. I'm full of little snowflakes. Could even put one on his little tongue, which would be kind of fun. I wonder, like catching snowflakes in your mouth, remember, like a kid? No, that didn't work. Good idea. Didn't work. So anyway, so it's a great card. I think it's a fun card. Okay, different kind of card. Opens up just fine. All right. Make sure though that you have gone ahead and finished up your inside before you do this, in terms of if you intend to stamp anything. All right. All right. And that would be on your 4x4 white card stock. So just a 4x4, you might want to put a stamp or an embellishment or a cutout, and you would want to do that before you glue that in. You could glue it in presently, but I'd glue it in before I put this piece on. Okay. All righty. I think that's it for the day. Don't forget to like or heart. And don't forget to look at the directions. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and click on the arrow on the right-hand side so that you can see more information if you are interested. All of these were in the mini catalog, from the mini catalog, except for the 2 punches and the adhesive. All right, everything else came from that beautiful new little fun mini. Okay, guys, I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you very much. Glad to see you here. Okay. All right, that was not what I wanted to do. Okay. Bye. Have a great day.